What up, guys? Welcome to episode 150 of Fresh Off the Mats here with the Jiu-Jitsu Joes. 150 weeks in a row. We haven't let you down.
We haven't missed one.
We haven't missed
even
a week.
right now. We're like recording at the very last second that we could record.
As soon as I leave, I'm uploading this episode right away. Like, bro, we don't miss, dog. What's that Snoop Dogg meme where Snoop Dogg's like, wasn't it Snoop Dogg? He's like, that motherfucker don't miss.
I have no clue where that came from. Yeah, I have no clue where that came from. I think it's Snoop Dogg,
and it's that guy, the redheaded guy. He's always the sitcom dad. He has like the red hair Jewish guy.
Oh shit!
Rembrandt? No,
not Rembrandt.
I don't know why I said Rembrandt.
Not Louis C.K.
No. He has
the other one, the smaller guy, the one that does the podcast. He
has like a
Chinese
triangle face. No. Oh my god.
Well, then I don't know who you're talking about. Those are the two redheads I know.
Google Atypical Cast. He was the dad in Atypical.
But
we haven't missed, bro. We haven't missed in 150 weeks. Who else could say that? When we talk about consistency, the dad. Oh, none of those are the dad. He's one of the main characters. How is he not one of the first? That guy.
Michael, yes.
Michael Rappaport.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's funny.
Yeah, he's very funny. It was him. You know what's crazy is people will call him a racist. Do you know his wife is black?
Yeah, he talks about that.
Like, that's why but people will say like, "Oh, you're a racist." And he's like, "I married a black lady. I'm the worst racist of all time." Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, fuck
what
my
is
kids,
this, a long con?"
He's just like, "I got him." He's what do they say to like slowly get rid of them? Like they do like the gene, they infect the gene pools. I forget what that's called.
Oh, fuck.
Shit. But you know what I'm saying.
You bleed out the genes.
Yeah, you bleed out the genes. So like they're purposely sleeping with them to like try to get rid of them. That's a long game.
Dude, I mean, like, it's insane. Yeah, 150 weeks, bro. When motherfuckers talk about consistency and not missing, okay, we used to drop episodes on Friday, but now it's Sunday. I mean, that was just a timing and schedule.
6 weeks, that's 3 years straight.
Yeah,
right?
156 will be
3 years straight.
3 years straight. No misses.
Whew.
Bro, and you want to go add some podcast of some famous YouTuber who's going to do an episode here, an episode there.
And then life gets in the way. They come back 2-3 months later.
They revamp it after 2 years. We're here, bro. We're here. We're like genital herpes. We're never going to leave you.
I'm so glad that's your comparison.
We're stuck to you like glue.
Oh,
you subscribe, we'll always be here. When I die, it will be AI. It will be there'll be enough audio of me to AI generate.
We set that up. Like, no. We're not on our deathbeds. You think we're gonna miss? We got the next 10 years planned out.
You're gonna be there on
our AR bots,
too,
like fucking Futurama. Ever watched it? You never did.
No,
so they have heads inside jars. There'd be like a Nixon inside of a jar. That'll be us. It'll be fresh off the mats in the jar.
Bro,
heads.
We should do an episode. You think there's a way for us to feed our podcast into a GPT and print out a script, and like we do an episode where we literally print out and read the script that they think we would talk about?
Yeah, you would have. It's the clip length is going to be the issue. We would have to like submit multiple clips probably. I haven't tried submitting a video.
We couldn't just say, look up Fresh Off the Mats on Spotify.
No, actually, probably.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me see if I can
Wait. Go to ChatGPT and say, give me a breakdown of Fresh Off the Mats podcast on Spotify and see what it spits out to you if it knows us.
Give me a breakdown of Fresh Off the Mats
podcast on Spotify. Dude, if it knows us, we're famous. If it doesn't know us, please say that
it has access to the whole internet.
Oh, it knows us! The ChatGPT knows us!
Does it actually? Hold on.
Yes! A weekly?
Yeah, a weekly informal chat show hosted by friends who train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Oh my God.
Does it mention us by names?
That's what I'm going to say. Who runs the podcast?
Hosts. It says hosts.
The show features a group of friends unified by their shared passion. Individual names. It says they're not on Spotify. Our names aren't on Spotify then. So it doesn't hear the audio, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I guess in the description I don't write like our names on there.
Which we probably should. Put
our
names
you think
down.
We should?
Yeah, put our names down.
Okay.
Because then
the reason I didn't type our names into Spotify, like in our description, it just always says episode 150 of Fresh Off the Mats. The reason I don't put our names in there is like in case someone Googles us.
My
for
Instagram, my Instagram's public. Everything I have is public.
It's more to protect you than it is to protect me. I don't give a shit.
So my Facebook, I keep more professional, and that's completely private. So you can look.
But you're not worried about somebody Googling it and being like, they talked about
you're gonna find my Instagram. I don't care. I share the podcast on the Instagram. It's literally, I don't care. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, you know me personally. Like, I don't just add people there, so I know them personally, so they know who I am as a person. So I don't care either way. What if someone like, look at what they said on the podcast? But I know everybody.
I'm kind of glad that like I don't live in that world anymore, because I'm friends with a few people like in the Magic community, like those that are like tied in like LA and shit like that. They care about shit like that. Like you know what I mean? Like, I can't say certain things.
Nope.
Like I'm edited by the world because
I'm not living my life
God forbid
like that.
I meet somebody in LA who Googles me. And then, like, they're like, "Oh, you said this thing on this podcast, bro." To not have a boss in life like that.
So this is why I think it's so important to stay authentic. When people say truly authentic, I hate that that's like a buzzword now. Like, oh, I'm authentic. No, being truly authentic means that when someone follows me or they hear something I say, no one's going to be shocked. If our friends and family, and even the fans that we've made through here, right, that have watched us, they're going to know and come to our defense, be like, that's how they are. That's how they've always been. They're not hateful people. And they'll know that. We won't even have to say anything. We won't even have to address it because
I'll never defend my actions.
No, I'll be like, bro, like, that's me. That's how I've always been. And if we were to actually blow up, we would blow up because people knew that was us. And so we would never have to deviate. I think all these people that are so worried.
They tailor their lives to like what they expect.
Exactly.
That's a clown way to live your life.
Because now you can't say things. Yeah, now you're worried about a persona.
You either like us and you want to be friends with us, or you don't. We are, or you don't. And
it stops there.
The thing is, I'm okay. Like, I think as you mature, you reach this level of like, I'm okay if you don't like me. You don't have to like me.
You don't.
That's okay.
What is there? 3 billion people in this fucking world, dog? Yeah. Hey, guess what? There's percentage-wise, it's just going to be a good chance you're not going to fucking like me.
If Ryan Reynolds, God forbid, comes across this podcast and goes, I don't like that guy, Joe. It doesn't change my day-to-day life anymore.
I'd be upset.
Would you? I wouldn't be upset.
Ryan Reynolds would be like, one, I'd be like, bitch, really? You? Yeah. Fucking the shit you say? But
I don't like what you said. Okay, well,
I'd be like, Ryan Reynolds, bro, come on, dog. I'm trying to be friends with that man. He's hilarious.
Yeah. But my thing is like, bro, you can't like, what are you going to ruin your whole life just because somebody doesn't like you?
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Cares?
No, that's crazy to me.
Who cares? You don't have to like you. You don't have to follow
You also know what I think it is so I get social media became its own business. Well, not just an image. It's a business. Like when you run social media, you know it thoroughly. It's a business. Like you have to function it a certain way. But the issue for some people is that's all they have. Like that's your problem.
That's a huge
It's like, so even with me and my online coaching, if I lost my online coaching completely, let's say Instagram, Facebook, internet shut down, I can still go to work and train people.
I have the perfect example.
I can still train.
I literally have the perfect example.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know how many people, like content creators in Magic, were like, bro, that sucks. You lost
my God, you lost everything.
And I was like, yeah, okay. I just make a new one.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, so if you guys don't know, I don't know if I talked about it last time, but my Instagram's under appeal, my previous one. And it just is what it is. I waited a couple of days to see if it would come back on, and then I just made a new one. And like so many people
got right back on the fucking script too.
Well, I went right back to what I was doing, posting daily, posting what I like, all this stuff. And people are like, bro, that sucks. You have to start over. Like that.
And you're already at a quarter or probably half of what your following count was.
I think I'm approaching I think I'm at like 5,000.
Yeah, so a quarter of what you were at before, which is good progress within what, 2 weeks?
Like July 12th, my Instagram
was when it went down, but you opened it like a week later, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's been like 2 weeks.
But that's what I'm telling people. I'm like, it's not the end of the world. But so many people, the problem is, it's the old saying: when you put all your eggs in one basket, when you're only this one thing. Hey, I'm just a content creator. I'm just a podcaster. These companies have the right to take it away from you.
Yes.
Instagram has the right.
You are depending on another company to give you your source.
What about that? What was that before TikTok? What was the 5-second one?
Vine?
Yes. Vine. Remember how many people were making money and their thing was Vine? Well, and one day it just closed.
So I actually saw it wasn't, you know why it closed?
No.
So I just saw it was a few creators. It was a famous black dude. He's been in like B-rated movies. So he was not like famous. He's famous because of social, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he makes a bunch of skits, but he's been in a few movies and funny stuff like that. But B-rated stuff. And he was on a podcast and he was explaining what actually happened with Vine, because who was the famous ones? It was like it was all his friends.
I was never on Vine, so I don't know.
So it was like his
I would
group
see
of
them on
people.
Instagram where
It was
meet
the
up.
Paul brothers, right? There was only a select few. It wasn't like how social is now where there's so many different people.
Yeah.
There was literally, you can count them. They're like good 10 top content creators on Vine.
Okay.
Vine wasn't paying them. At this point,
So they did.
YouTube and Instagram were popping off.
Okay.
And so they were like, hey, Vine, we're seeing these creators on YouTube and Instagram start getting their share. Give us our cut. We're bringing all these people. And Vine was like, no. They were like, okay, we'll leave. Yeah. And they left, which caused Vine to jump in this panic because now Instagram and YouTube picked up their top creators. Everyone's leaving Vine because they're like, well, these guys aren't posting on here anymore. They're posting over here. So there's no more money in Vine.
Yeah.
And so Vine, that's why they closed out, because they were just like, well, shit, we lost everyone.
But that's also an example, because I'm sure there were people that were on Vine that were up and coming,
trying to make it, but they had no other
But they lost the platform.
Yeah.
Bro, you cannot hold yourself. I will never. I made it a big point when I think I was like in my early 20s, because I remember talking to my cousin Steve. He's like 10 years older than us. So like,
whatever. He gets that experience.
He was the one who was telling me, bro, it doesn't matter whether it's social media, because he just got on Instagram like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
But he was talking to me. He's like, I don't understand social media, but let me tell you something. Don't put all your eggs in one place. Don't only commit to this one or only commit to that one, because they have the right. And all these people get in the uproar of like, oh, how could you take away my livelihood? We just gave you the tool. We don't want to upkeep this tool anymore. We're allowed, YouTube's allowed to tomorrow say, hey, we're closing down.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
we
allowed
decided
to
to sell
do that.
out. We're done.
You think they owe you anything because they decide to close down? No.
What all these creators need to see themselves as is you're just contractors.
Yeah.
Like that is purely what you are. And as a contractor.
Well, there's the thing about TikTok closing in the next year, right?
Yeah.
That they extended it out. And so many of the content creators are like, this is terrible. This is how I provide for my family. Bro.
Find another source.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, you need to have backup plans in play. If tomorrow my cell phone was broken, I went to a flip phone, and I didn't have social, I will survive in this world teaching jiu-jitsu, having my properties in Tennessee. Like, you cannot rely on one or two things. You have to spread it out.
And that's where I think a big issue is. Now, in the beginning, like, it makes sense. Do all eggs in one basket, sure, because you're setting yourself up. But that doesn't mean, like, what people, like, when you started the jiu-jitsu gym, you talk about how you and Fabio worked other jobs while building. Yes, your eggs were in all the basket of jiu-jitsu to raise it, but you were doing other things to help raise it. And then when it became it, you were like, cool, I can step out of here. But then you went into, now I can really focus on my magic stuff.
Yeah.
Now my magic stuff really blew up.
Yeah.
Okay, now with magic, where I'm able to sell out cards and all that, people know me, I can now focus on content creation as well. But you still have the jiu-jitsu gym, which is now one egg.
There's always backups.
There's all these other eggs. But yes, you may put all eggs in one basket to raise it in the beginning, but it's okay, cool. I'm not just purely invested. Now I need to come here. Now I need to come here. Now I need to come here. And now it's like all of these things. So if one goes down, you're like, I still have others. That sucks. I still have others.
We have a group chat of a bunch of magic content creators that we met together in Vegas. We have a group chat and we talk about stuff like that. We're like, guys, be on TikTok, be on Instagram, be on YouTube, be on Facebook, be on whatever the hot social media is, because I feel bad. Some of these guys, like, that's what they do, is just content create. And I'm always like, bro, what happens if it closes tomorrow? What happens if this goes away? Like, how are XYZ person gonna, like, are they gonna be okay in the world? Like, I don't know. I have the jiu-jitsu and the properties, and I don't make a dime off content creation. I don't like the word content creator. I'm not a content creator. I do this for free. I don't make $1. I get people that recently started sending me product.
How is Instagram not paying?
I don't know. I don't know how to monetize. I have a regular Instagram.
Yeah, you need it. I'm gonna get you to fix that after this.
Bro, they told me in the group.
You getting so many views, dog. Instagram's getting you for free, bro. That ain't happening anymore.
They told me in the Magic group chat, they're like, why do you have a regular Instagram? Not a professional dashboard?
You didn't have a professional one?
No, I have a regular one.
We're gonna fix this after this.
I don't know, man.
We're fixing this shit.
But here's my thing: is like, I would do this if I made $0. Like, you know what I mean? I just do it for the fun of doing it. I don't do it with the goal of like, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
I think that's what, like, listen to every millionaire out there, and they all say it. They're like, a lot of my ideas didn't come because I thought I was gonna be a millionaire. It's either I saw a problem, I was going to fix the problem, or I really enjoyed doing this and I wanted to spread that to other people.
Yeah.
And that was it. And that's what causes all these people to get filthy fucking rich. Yeah. Obviously, that's not the cause. The cause is all the hard work they put behind it.
But the passion
is actually there. The passion's like,
Bro.
I see a problem. I'm going to fix that problem. Or I love doing this thing. I want other people to see how much I love it, and I want them to love it too.
The problem is, though, there are people like, for example, the Magic community. There are content creators in the Magic community who don't give a fuck about the game, who don't care to play the game, who just see that it's popular. So they're like,
they can sell a card for $800 and make a flip.
Well, they're like, they go out with the goal of, I want to be a popular content creator. I don't give a fuck about this game. I just want to show my tits.
It's like e-girls.
Yes,
e-girls. When they jump on video games, they can't play a video game.
They can't play a game to save their lives,
but they'll wear the low. My bad,
and guys will pay a lot.
The whole low cut here. They'll get their shoulders showing, and then they'll wear like a fucking cat ears. Yeah, the fucking
that's
cat
exactly what it is. Because like, dude, I see, like, I came across an Instagram that's been up for like a month, and like, it's a very attractive girl, and she's opening up Magic packs, and in a month she has like 12,000 followers. And like all her things and what she wears is a low cut tank top. Tank top. Shows her cleavage, and she's like, "Oh, look at this card, this shiny card." It would be like a comment, like a 10-cent card. And she'll be like, "It's so pretty. I love this card." I'm just like, you don't know how to play the game. You don't know anything about the game. You're not passionate.
She range baiting the fuck out of you.
Oh yeah. Listen.
That's what she's doing. She. I mean, that's smart of her.
I clicked do not see again because I was like, you won't be here in a year. Like, here's my thing is like,
she's rage baiting all these fucking Magic people.
Yeah.
But she has all the fucking horn dogs following her.
Yes.
But the thing is, these people who are rage baited are going to follow because they want to see her fail. Yeah. That doesn't affect her though. She gets a follower, and they're going to view it because they're going to like, I hope you fuck something up. And it's like stupid. She's going to have a team behind it.
It's stupid. But here's the thing. I know in a year, 2 years, you won't be here. Yeah. I've been doing this.
She's going to move on to the next thing.
2021, and I'll keep doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, all these girls dressing up as Mary Jane because the new Spider-Man set is coming out, so they're all dressing up like Mary Jane.
Why?
Yes. Bro,
I've been seeing it everywhere for like all these Comic-Con photos. I see people, and they're all dressed up as like the Spider-Girl.
The new Spider-Man movie is coming out. Magic is having a Spider-Man set come out in September.
Spider-Man's really fucking
They align all this shit on purpose. But it's... To me, it's like, bro, and I said this in the group, you guys are all passionate about the game. You guys all make videos because you enjoy making videos. Yeah. Do the videos. I do the videos because I actually enjoy editing them. I enjoy posting them. I enjoy when somebody says, bro, I don't have money to open up Magic packs, so I like coming to your page to like get that dopamine hit of like, is he going to pull something cool? Is he not? It's fun for me. I just do it for the pure fun of it. If it never makes me $1, I'm actually okay with it. I don't care.
See, but that's why in that end, when you do make money, it's like, all right, cool. That money goes into.
But that doesn't mean I'll stop doing jiu-jitsu. That doesn't mean I'll sell my property in Tennessee.
Your life is just done now. It's like, no, it's like, cool. I now get paid for the fun, which is why I tell people, go do something you thoroughly enjoy. Yeah. And it's going to, but everyone,
it's going to pay dividends.
But people hear that, and I hate when they say this. They think that means it's going to be easy. No. Like, it's not easy. I love working out. I love training people. I literally love seeing someone who starts off, they know nothing about exercise. They're not in shape. They don't like how they look. And then when I get them transformed, they're like, oh, I go to the gym now. I'm at least in there 3-4 days a week. And like I see the change. I love that. Yeah. And in the beginning, I made $10 an hour. Yeah. I was like, and people don't know that. Where I was like, yeah, because now when I tell people, oh, I make $50, $75 to $150 an hour sometimes, and people are like, oh, like that's a lot of money. I'm like, I started off at 10.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, you have to start.
Been doing this for fucking 13 years, man.
But that's all of life. Every sport, you have to start as a rookie. Every activity, you're a beginner in. Everything, you start off with something new. Even being born. When you're a baby, you're a beginner. You're a rookie.
And you're also going to keep learning.
Yeah.
I just had someone tell me that.
But people think that they just want to hop the steps and they want to be successful right away. They just want to jump to. That doesn't work. It's 1 in a billion that happens for. It's very rare.
It's like it's like you hitting the lotto.
Yeah.
It's like, chill out,
You have to put in the work. And I'm telling you, these group of guys in the Magic group, they're all putting in the work. They're all posting 3-4 times a day. Yeah. They're all doing the work, and you see it. Their pages are inclining. Yeah. But like, you have to do that stuff. If you just envy people who are already there and you don't look at their history of all the hard work you put in, they see you charging $75 an hour, but they don't see the times when you had to take 10 clients just to make that same amount of money.
Every single place, going every single where, working hours all
But
day.
you have to do this stuff. People are just lazy nowadays, and it's social media's a big problem with it.
That's it.
Because the instant gratification.
They see this success and they see what happens.
Go back to my beginning YouTube videos when I had 5 views, 2 views. Some of my videos, my early shorts, have 1 view or 0 views. Bro, every day since 2021, posting every day, a pack a day, some long.
And then you also see the improvement too, which is the cool part. That's what I always love seeing.
In the last
seeing the
30
whole
days,
improvement.
I went back to check because today I'm 4,000 views away from hitting 6 million views on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
I checked, when did I reach 5 million? It was last month. So when 1 month I'm having my biggest growth in 1 month. That doesn't happen unless you do all the things from 2021. You don't just open a YouTube channel and have that right off the bat.
Which is what everyone thinks. It's the same thing with like our podcast. Like people are like, oh, like you're still recording. But like, dude, we went from having 20 people listening to now we're always hitting hundreds. Like always hitting hundreds.
Some of our shorts on YouTube have thousands.
Yeah,
of
like
views.
that's the thing. It's like we went from, we're like, we still do this just to fuck around, but we treat it like, I don't know about you, I treat it as work. I have it in my schedule where I'm like, no, I have the podcast this day. I can't miss it. I tell Mac, hey, no, I can't do it. I have a podcast. Like we have plans today, but I told her, I was like, hey, we missed it this whole week. We just couldn't, the way schedules work. We have to record on Sunday.
But my thing is, if you're just stubborn and consistent, at some point it's going to pay off.
As long as you do it the right way. Stubborn and consistent in the right way. Because you can be stubborn and consistent wrong. And that's also where people don't know how to check themselves, I think. And I think that's also a big issue because everyone thinks it's my way or the highway. No. And I think that's when they cut themselves off because it's like, no, dude, if you don't look at other pages, like for Instagram and stuff, go watch other fucking content creators. Yeah. How are they becoming so? I don't want to post that way. Okay, well, is posting your way of fucking working?
Bro, Joe Rogan doesn't post any clips. He literally just drops the episode.
Was he always like that?
Yeah.
He's always been like that?
He's never, if you go on his Spotify and if you go back even further when he was on YouTube solely, he just dropped the episode. Basic thumbnail, that orange and black logo, the episode number, and who the guest is. And that's always been it. He's changed the thumbnail over the years. Now he takes a photo of the guest and he makes that the thumbnail.
Okay.
So not himself, just the guest. Bro, other than that minor change,
he was the person.
But how many YouTubers say, oh, you got to make clips for your podcast because that's what drives people there? Yeah, okay, they do well because our attention span is that of a goldfish nowadays. But bro, at some point, I really think if you're just consistent, you keep posting, people gravitate to that stuff.
I would say in that instance, taking into account Joe Rogan was famous already. So you have to
but not as famous. Not as famous,
but he was he still ran TV shows.
Yeah.
He still was a UFC commentator.
People still know him as just the Fear Factor
that's
guy.
how I knew him for the longest, and I was very shocked that he was who he was. But that's what I mean. He had a famous hit. Yeah. So like that's like having any type of backing and jumping.
But how many jiu-jitsu podcasts you think there are in the world?
A lot.
A lot. There's probably a dime a dozen. How many have been consistent for 3 years? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know how many gyms across the world, there's 2 guys that are like, we should start a jiu-jitsu podcast and talk about jiu-jitsu. They do it for a month. They come back to it 2 months later. Oh, we try it again. Oh, we revamp it. We do this. Bro, when people look, hey, I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. I want to start getting into jiu-jitsu podcasts. When they look at this million-long list of all the jiu-jitsu podcasts and they say, okay, this one has 3 episodes and they haven't posted since 23. Okay, this one is still posting for the last 3 years. Consistency. Okay, they did one last week. They're going to say, I'm going to go with these guys.
I stopped listening to the podcast because of that. They had good episodes and they were good. The guy, it was a Stoic podcast and I loved the way he talked and I loved how he went into like Stoicism and all that. And I was trying to listen and then he would disappear for 3 weeks. I would try to listen again. He would disappear for a month. He would listen again. He was consistent and then he would disappear for another 2 weeks.
Make your audience mad.
And that, dude, that's what happened. Yeah. Because it was like also when I was in my prime.
That dopamine of listening to the thing you enjoy.
But it was also my prime of like when I'm getting ready for comp. So when I wasn't in school. So I'm always trying to stay comp ready. So I was always outside. I'm doing my workouts. I'm doing my thing. I'm listening to a podcast. Yeah. And he's just not available. So I was like, bro, I literally just disconnected.
So Joe Rogan is on vacation for the last month.
Bro, and he won't stop getting harassed by paparazzi.
Bro, no. But here's the thing. I could always tell. I don't even have to look at his social to know if he's on vacation because he posts a podcast 2-3 times a week. So I'll open up Spotify. I'll go to see when the latest podcast was, and it will say a week ago. I'm like, he's got to be on vacation.
Yeah, he's on vacation.
And of course, he'll come back on the next episode and be like, hey, guys, I was on vacation. I'm like, I'm not saying I would never not be a fan.
Pre-record.
I'm sure he does sometimes, but like I don't know.
I'm just shocked for such a long break. I'm surprised
Most of the
he
times,
didn't.
like
such a long break. I'm surprised
most of the
he
times, like because the
didn't
guest
have,
will ask, when does this podcast come out? He says tomorrow. So he records it and tomorrow
Damn.
it comes out.
Oh, he's a fast turnaround. I figured
Well,
someone
he has a
at-
whole team behind him.
Yeah, but that's what I figured. Someone on that end, I figured they would have it backlogged. They're like, hey, we got episodes for 6 months.
No.
That's crazy.
No, he always says this one because he'll have comedians on. They'll be like, "Hey, when's your next tour date?" Well, when does this come out? Because I don't want to give tour dates and they've already passed by the time it drops. He goes, "Oh, it comes out tomorrow."
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Listen, man, you gotta respect the hustle and grind, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I respect that a lot. To do what that guy does, he wears multiple hats. Bro, he makes me feel like a lazy
That
piece
is
of
an
shit.
example. And that's my favorite thing when people look at all these rich guys like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they're only doing that because they're already famous. It's like, they didn't become famous when they were like fucking 12.
No, but they're continuing that
Yeah,
momentum.
every single one of them. Also, a lot of people, and I love it because this is how I know that they would lose, is they would look at like an actor. Actors make millions, right? And they were like, oh, if I had millions, I would also just be lazy all day. I'm like, that's why you don't have millions.
Yeah, that's why
Like
you have millions.
that's why they have fucking millions. How many auditions do you think they went to?
Yeah.
How many
But they don't see that. That's the problem.
But you also know
bro.
what people love to do? They compare their current job to theirs, and they'll be like, "Well, I'm out in the sun 12 hours a day." Okay, they're acting maybe 16
do
hours
you
a
ever
day,
hear this
but
in the
their
fitness
life
world?
isn't hard.
Do you ever hear this in the fitness world? Because like, I feel like it's very common. Like, somebody's getting into personal training, right? And they've
I
been
can
doing
work
it
out
for
all day.
6 months. They've been doing it for
Yeah.
6 months. They're like, I don't understand, bro. I've been grinding, getting clients the last 6 months. How come I'm not blowing up? And it's like, 6 months ain't shit.
6 months,
Bro,
six months is
but that's
barely
what
enough
people
for like
think.
a really good transformation.
But people think that that's grinding.
Yeah.
When I hate when people are like, oh, I'm a grinder. I grind all the time. I train jiu-jitsu. How long you been doing it? Oh, 2 years. You think that's grinding to do it for 2 years? I'm not trying to take away your accomplishment to do this consistently for
But
2
that's
years.
not that long.
But bro, when you say that to someone who's been doing it 14, it's like, okay, bro.
I mean, even now for me, like I'm coming up on 5 years.
yeah,
and like,
can you imagine someone after, bro, I've been training jiu-jitsu consistently for a year.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like I'm happy for you. I
I'm
really am.
happy.
Like
It's an
I really am. Like
accomplishment,
that
but-
is hard,
But
like,
don't say that's grinding.
yeah.
When people tell me like, oh,
Especially if they're like, oh, I've been doing it only like 2-3 days a week, and like I take vacation still. Like, bro, what was it? The first 3 years, I don't think I did
Miss
anything
a
outside.
day?
That's fucking-
but really
I was
grinding, bro.
and then my favorite is when people would ask me, like, how'd you get good at jiu-jitsu? I was here
Every
every
day.
day. They're like, no, but like, what else did you do? I was
Every
here
day.
every day. Like
Yeah.
every single day, multiple hours
Every
a day.
day.
They're like, yeah, but what else? I was like, well, I also worked out.
Every day.
They're like, what else? I was like, I
Every
did
day.
fucking jujitsu. Like,
Every day.
there is no other fucking shortcut
Every day.
here. Like,
Every
they're
day.
looking for that. Oh,
They
like
think there's a secret.
What fucking instructor? My favorite is when people ask me, what instructionals do you watch? And I told them, I was like, I train what Fabio and Joe teach us. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, but like, what do you look up? Like, who do you
Nothing.
follow? I was like, nothing.
Yeah.
I
follow a few guys.
I trust
in the
my
jiu-jitsu world,
my instructors,
Yeah.
and then I train that. And then I was like, if I see something on Instagram that I'm like, that looked
yeah.
interesting,
I'll look at it. I'll
but
be,
even
all right,
then,
let me
I
save
didn't
it.
start
Yeah.
doing that until the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Like that is the only time.
Because what does it benefit you after 2 months of jiu-jitsu to look up this flying armbar video and be like, hey, I don't know how to do a regular armbar,
No.
but this flying armbar,
And that-
I want to catch
That was my
people
exact
with it.
mentality, though. My mentality
What?
was that. I was like, why would I look up all these instructionals if I can't get someone off of me?
Yeah.
I can't get out of side control, but you're going to show me how to fucking do some fancy heel hook? Dog, I don't want that. I want the fucker off of me.
People don't want to hear this shit. People want to hear, they want to hear the secret. That's
This
why
is the
these
fancy
videos,
move. This is how you'll get the fastest
Yes.
tap ever.
but this is why those videos of people are like, I'm going to tell you the 5 tips or
Yes.
I'm going to tell you
Well,
the
no,
5
that's why those
secrets.
take off.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, it's a shortcut. It's a life hack.
Mhm.
There's no hack. Just do it every day.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe
Every day.
every day. Like, share, and subscribe.
Every single day. We challenge you to share our shit every day.